Hey, everybody. Welcome in to your reading. This reading I can feel is going to be really charged with a lot of lessons that are going to be connected to your soul's path, to your soul blueprint, to karmic energy being cleared, and a host of other things. So I we're going to see where it's going to lead us. If you're new here, my name is Carrie. I'm a medium and a mentor, and I do in-depth tarot readings, Akashic Records readings, and I work with a lot of goddesses. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is just thank you for being here. I am going to connect in and bring through what I need to do for all of you, the message that you're meant to hear. And I will tell you, this is a message that's been coming up in a lot of the different places that I mentor and teach and work with clients. And there is such a huge transformation going on right at this moment in time and in history. I've been on my path a long time, and I am even feeling such a rush of energy and a speeding up of time. And also, there's more than I have seen in, I don't even know since when, the synchronicities and the angel numbers coming through. I bet you can completely relate to this. And I feel like I'm being woken up at those hours when the numbers are in sequence. I feel like I'm being meant to see them constantly. And in my own life, I'm getting an acceleration of massive growth myself. And then also, as well as my students and my community in general, which I have several of. So I'll talk more about that as we go on. But let's get to your reading and just what you need to hear. So I'm just going to tune in, connect with spirit, see who's coming through, and we'll get started. So the first thing I'm hearing right away is wake up. That I feel like many of you are at this point where you've been on your journey, most of you for a while, this collective, but it's almost like you used to have room to play around with your spiritual path. You used to be able to put it off. You used to be able to wait till the weekends. You used to be able to not need to talk about it. You used to be able to not prioritize it, but that has changed. And now we're in a bit of a rush to get ourselves lined up. Our ducks in a row is what I'm hearing. Now, what does that actually mean on a soul level? Well, that means our blueprint, our soul blueprint, who we are and the totality of where we are coming from what I say is the fifth dimension, the Akashic records. It's coming squarely into alignment with our 3D reality, our physical reality. And so that means that all the things that we have that are in the third dimension that are out of place with that truth of who you are as a soul and a larger part of your consciousness really are having to move aside and to realign. And so that means your chakras are going to be clearing out. That means things in your life that you used to be able to tolerate. That means relationships are changing. That means everything is really changing, and it's strong. It's serious in the sense of making you prioritize it. And so it's one of those things that makes you get out of bed in the middle of the night. It makes you wake up early. It makes you have to be somewhere on time. It makes you just essentially wake up. So working with different guides and guardians is who I work with. And so I'm going to just tune in and see who's coming through really strongly. So I am getting a lot of the archangels. They've been coming through. They don't always come through with me. I work with deities and goddesses too, but they're really coming through. And I feel like the reason they're coming through is because they are helping so many of you clear out they're calling it like dogmatic programs that you have been running through your consciousness for millennia, for many, many lifetimes. And so it really feels like a stepping up even more. And also I'm seeing like Saint Germain, some of the ascended masters are coming forward too. I've been seeing that in some of my private sessions as well. things like Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, um, Mary Magdalene, who I work with, they're just all stepping up. Hekate's really been very prevalent. In fact, I work with Hekate. She's one of my patron deities. And so I read her a lot on this channel. And she wanted me to use her deck. So I'm going to bring her forth and just channel this message for you as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are you ready? Wow. Okay, so right away I got her card too, which is the High Priestess, came out right in the center squarely. So if any of you do work with Hekate, she's really stepping forward. Or if you've been interested in working with Hekate, she's definitely stepping forward. She's really saying, in her sense, like, if you've been thinking about working with her, don't wait. Don't make it difficult. Don't overanalyze it. She is much more accessible than people make her out to be. And you don't have to always, if you don't identify with witchcraft, it's okay. She is a goddess for anyone who's open, who wants to work with her. And so she's gotten labeled, and a part of her has gotten very over identified with the occult, which, that's it's just what it is. And a lot of people identify with her. She's a magnificent goddess, but she's bigger than that. She's far reaching to multiple people. And so she doesn't want you to make that small in your mind. And the main reason is it isn't for her, it's for you. It's for you to be able to have a guide, a guardian who can really help you through some of your shadow work, through some of the transmutation of this denser, heavier energy, and for you to be able to get really clear. So she is excellent for working on these day-to-day things that come up in your life that stop you. So that's why she's front and center right here in this reading. And she's really bringing me forth to the polarities that we deal with: black and white, light and dark, masculine, feminine. This is the polarization of what it is to be on earth. It is to be on earth to separate us. It is to be on earth to make someone good, someone bad, and or the light and dark. And really what Hekate is suggesting is all of these are part of the divine. There's not a separation of what is good and what is bad. Certainly we want to be a good moral character and become, be responsible adults, things like that. But they're really trying to separate us. That's part of the consciousness. You want to be very aware of that. Now, on either side of her, we have the Justice card, which is a heavy card for making decisions. It's for drawing a line in the sand. It's for understanding between what you used to do and what your direction you're going in. It's just literally defining where you are in your life. Just, I want you to notice something, and these cards are a little hard, but in both of these, you've noticed columns. Okay. Columns in tarot are really an indication of, first of all, stability, authority, but also you're moving through a gateway. You're moving from one place to the next place. And I'm hearing from her, you want to keep your ears open and your eyes wide open, because change is here. It is not something to take lightly. And you've got to face this. And really, I'm hearing grab fear by, the horns and really begin to focus on your inner strength. And because right now that's the Tower card. So we have massive, massive shifts. That means foundations are changing. That means structures you used to hold on to are really crumbling. That means that any resistance you have to change, you want to look at, how can I remove the resistance? How can I release it? Seven of Pentacles is here telling us we've planted our seeds in the right areas. Now we need to be willing to put those things that aren't flourishing out of our lives to the side, and then invest in something that's going to give us the long-term goals, right? So it's all those things that are going to lead to your highest good for health, wealth, mental, psychic abilities, spirituality, love, relationships, everything. It's like a clearing. Things you used to be able to put up with, those days are over for a lot of you. For a lot of you, they really are. Two of Wands is here, and Two of Wands is really telling us that we're right at the precipice of something that's going to be happening. and I'm hearing that song. I've been hearing this over and over again, and this is sharing I'm an 80s girl, but from Flashdance. There was a song, Take Your Passion, Make It Happen. What a feeling. And so that's really what they're talking about. Your purpose is your passion, where you feel that sense of, I'm getting the chills through my whole body right now. Where you're getting the gateway is opening. The lines are separating. You're being pushed forward. The 8 of Pentacles is really it's meaning it's time to get to work, that we are working at this. This is going to take dedication and commitment. It's going to take you being a little more disciplined, meaning you're going to have to start learning a way to meditate. You're going to have to learn to ground. You're going to have to learn to connect with people that can really support you and you can support on your path. And it's just that decision. It is that decision. It's that time. This reading is this is so Hekate. There's nothing that's blurry about this. There's nothing that is, you don't know what she means in this. She is so clear in this. And that's what I love about this deck, because it's a stark deck. It says everything from Rider-Waite-Smith and tarot, but the colors are very distinct. The magician is here. The magician is coming out and is really saying you have all the tools you need in order to manifest this life that you're thinking of. Stop playing small, stop being on the sidelines, and don't wait for something to happen to tell you it's time to go. Spark that light, that instant sense of, I'm going to do it. This is the time to do that. Pull out the chain from the bathtub. They're showing me, those from a million years ago. If you're young, maybe you did it at your grandmother's house. If you're around my age, you did it at your house growing up, but it's those rubber plugs that you would have this drainage for the drainage to hold them in the bathtub. They're saying, pull the plug, move it out of the way. And then you have the Lover's card. In this case, Lovers is a balance of masculine and feminine. This is the divine feminine, the divine masculine. It's all about balancing the two of those polarities, getting them to support one another. But also, this is a decision. And even further, you have things that are like this is all about the tree of life. These are very substantial spiritual images. And so it's really your time to get in there and start getting your hands dirty. That's what I'm hearing. Then we have 3 of Cups. And 3 of Cups is about finding your tribe, your kin, the people that you can communicate with about this sort of thing, the people that can support you, the people that care about you, the people that believe in you, the people that are more no nonsense about spirituality. They're not going to hide and play small or pretend they don't have abilities or pretend they're not seeing anything. You're really needing to be with people that are willing to be standing out and have courage. And the people that don't, it's not as though you have to disregard them or in any way disrupt relationships, but if it's holding you back, that's where you want to really take a good look and ask yourself those questions. There's so much energy in this reading. The major arcana are coming out in full force, and which doesn't surprise me because it means that we're literally clearing out these past lives. And I'm seeing them like a deck of cards stacked on top of each other. I do past life reading, so I see things like that psychically. And I see them layered on top of each other like a deck of cards, like a house of cards. And all of a sudden, a whole lot of them are just collapsing. And that means all the energy's clearing. So all the archetypes from those past lives that would probably be stuck in your aura, or your chakras with fears, unconscious energy, feeling trapped, stuck, all those sorts of things, those things are clearing. And that means we're traveling and we're on our way. We have these strong, you guys are going to also have really strong masculine guides around you. So if you work with deities, this would be really coming up. If you have any, if depending on who you work with, it could be some of the daemons, it could be from different pantheons. These could definitely be of, any of the ones that you have been calling in or talking to, or even thinking, can I work with that god or goddess? Yes, you can. They're going to help elevate you and move you forward. So if you've been feeling pulled towards working in any spirit in a certain pantheon and they feel strong and like they're ready to help you, take that as confirmation from me. Because then if you've like if it's party's been hanging out thinking Odin's around me, right? Or maybe King Belial's around me or King Paimon, or maybe Zeus, right? Or any of them that feel really masculine and strong, trust that because they're trying to get you strong. They're trying to get you geared. They're trying to get you ready. They're trying to help you take off the mask of waiting. Because look, we have the King of Wands here. This is definitely a significant card for many of the different pantheon masculines if you feel that coming up. And I would say this feels a lot to me. If you do work with any of this, some of you may not know what I'm talking about, and that's okay. Don't worry. If any of you work with the infernals, like they are amazing at transformation, the kind of feeling that King Paimon energy coming out really strong. So a lot of respect for him. So I want to say if you've been waiting and pausing and hoping for something else or waiting for the sign, this is your sign. This is your sign. We also have the hangman, which means we're waiting, we're sitting, we're emotionally constipated, we're sort of holding back, we're just not sure if it's happening or not. You've got to say, if you're saying, please send me a sign, your sign is here. Your sign has come. Your sign, it is time. So do the thing, leap off into the next stage, take the chance. You have nothing to lose. You also have the chariot card, which is a card of action. That's a yes card. I feel like I've had it twice already, and it feels that way. This feels like very much like a chariot reading. So it's like you're being pulled out of your position. That's what I'm feeling. Like get off the couch, get out of that middle of that place where you are and get up and do the thing. Okay, this is your time. Let's see what we got here. This is just like all the archetypes are coming out. I'm just going to read them all. The warrior is here, right? Perfectionism and burnout. This is a problem. Many of you have that point of view of like, is it right? I'm not quite sure. Is that what they said? Did I hear that you're overanalyzing? But also notice that's like the wheel of fortune right there. That is change. Then we have the pathless, difficult decisions, lack of direction. Also, there's a little third eye right there. It's very difficult to see. It's saying you've been waiting for this opportunity to happen. You've been waiting for it to happen. Then it does, these are all the strong ones. So we have the alchemist coming out, which is destruction, balance, moving through it. Then we have the catalyst, radical changes. You just can't make this up. It's all coming out here. It's flying out. But here's the thing I want to let you know. I know sometimes change is scary. And I know sometimes it's hard. And I know some of you aren't sure. And I know sometimes it's difficult. I get it. But I want you to do something for me. I want you to pray to the gods you pray to. I want you to talk to your ancestors. I want you to talk to your spirit guides. I want you to open up to your higher self. And I want you to ask for guidance. I want you to ask for clarity. I want you to ask for support. You will receive it. Because the final card here, and I'm going to read you an oracle card to close this read. The hunter. Sure footedness and predestination. That means this is design. This is part of your soul's blueprint. Before I got on this, I couldn't wait to do this reading today. I had to do so many other things. I had to make a bunch of meditations. I had a whole bunch of stuff to do. I was like, I have to do this reading because the timing is so important. And also, this is something you need to hear right now. So, sure-footedness, predestination. It's absolutely a soul blueprint. There's a reckoning here. We have a bunch of symbols of the oak. Oak for me is a protection tree. It's massive protection and it's ancient. So that's the card. So let's pull a card for everybody, an oracle card before we leave. By the way, I would love it if you could comment on this video if you enjoyed it. And also, I'm going to tag you in another videos that I'd love for you to watch. I have meditations here as well. Please be sure to come back and see me. Tell me how you like this reading, but you won't remember it unless you decide to like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notifications button. I am trying to build my community here on YouTube. I have so much love for all of you on this platform. And it's just It's so strong. And so I hope I get to meet all of you who are watching this. Okay, let's do it. We're going to bring two. Yes, here we go. Ooh, again, I'm getting the chills, my heart chakra is lit up. So we're going to go first with this. This is that beautiful star seed oracle deck. And it says surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Absolutely. It's saying to you, trust things will get better. It's going to, when you're in harmony like that, when you're moving into that fifth dimension energy, things get much easier. Actually, it's the going through that's tough. Then we have this, my dear child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. And that is the truth. That is the truth. That is what all of the ascended masters have said throughout history and time, and that you are the divine and you are a spark of divinity. I want you to remember that. And I want you to walk with that. It is not separated from you, it is within you. All right, friends, I will see you in the next video. Also, comment below. Let me know what kinds of readings you like. This is what I consider to be a channeled reading. And I do Akashic Records readings, past life readings, and different things on the channel. So I'll see you all in the next reading. Take care.